The hardhat zone is expanded for what appears to be the last time, and we've got even more track in place this week. Let's take a deeper look. What's up guys, Dr. Coaster here on behalf of the Georgia Coaster Connection, and welcome back to another ArieForce One Construction update. Before we get started, I just want everyone to know that all photos and footage included in any of these construction updates are free to use with credit. I'd also like to thank my Georgia Coaster Connection partner Christopher as we gather this content together. I'll link his pages down below. I once again made my way back out to Fun Spot Atlanta on Wednesday, June 15th to check in on the progress of ArieForce One's construction. Last week left my head spinning with how much the park had got done. We saw more concrete being poured, a new ride being installed, more land being cleared, and most importantly, finally saw the Raven Truss Dive and chain lift begin being installed. This week RMC picked up where they left off, but Fun Spot also continued working on the area behind the parking lot that we've been speculating about for the past few weeks. So let's start right there. After speculating last week that this would be expanded parking and the land behind it may be something else, viewing the pattern of the cleared land that has begun to form, it appears we will be seeing a parking lot here as well as a drainage pond for runoff. I'd imagine once this is paved, the rest of the parking lot will follow as well, since demand for parking will increase exponentially when ArieForce One opens. I'd rather not talk about what appears to be a parking lot the whole video, so I quickly moved on to check in on the area behind the arcade. I immediately noticed that there was now a crane in place that wasn't previously there. I went on with my business filming what will soon be an epic turnaround and somehow missed the most important development at first. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the first pieces of the track for the barrel roll are now in place. I'm not sure what the state of the roof is at this point in time, but judging by all the track that is lying around in weight behind the arcade, I believe we will see the track finished for the turnaround and zero-G roll before we see anything on top of the building. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the track is in place here within a week. The two sides of the ride will be connected before we know it. And now that we've checked in on the back side of the arcade, let's check in up front where the lonely footer has been patiently waiting for some attention for quite some time now. And after walking back around the far side of the building, one thing was clear from a distance. The hardhat zone had expanded once again. Butting up to the footer next to the arcade are now the beginnings of additional concrete footers, which should be the final ones that need to be poured for ArieForce One to completely go vertical. For those that have expressed concern about the construction interfering with the Scream and Swing section of the park, don't be, because they've left a walkway to access those rides. You can also walk through the building and outside by the bathrooms, which I highly recommend to cool off because George is about to hit triple digits. God bless the RMC crew for working so hard. Thank you. Moving on from the expanded hardhat zone, I checked out the newly cleared section that I reported on last week. Except this week we've got even more footers prepped. And I imagine that these ones have already been poured since filming this, since my last visit to the park was a few days ago. These footers will eventually support the double up and quad down for two of the most exciting moments of airtime on the ride. If we continue to walk down towards the lift hill, we just continue to see concrete footer after concrete footer after concrete footer that have been poured and or are curing over the course of the last month. Expect us to sequentially go vertical working down towards the arcade in the coming weeks. I normally try to get shots from the base of the lift hill, but there was caution tape blocking the way this visit. Which brings me to my next update, because I saw several electrical vehicles on site this visit working near the front gate. I also saw a vehicle leaving from the back of the park. It is entirely possible that Fun Spot could just be doing maintenance or even getting a new front gate. But it's also possible we are seeing the beginnings of electrical work done on ArieForce One. If you're more knowledgeable on this sort of thing than I am, and it's too early to be seeing this, then please drop it in the comments below and let us all know. As for the Raven Truss Dive, I think I just missed more of it being dropped into place. And from what I've heard from viewers, that appears to be the case. Dang, I wish I had caught that in person. Before signing off, I've been keeping everyone updated on the two new rides coming since the closure of the mini golf courses. And I'm happy to announce that the Tilt-A-Whirl is officially open, and it looks incredible. The red, white, and blue are perfect for Fun Spot and sitting in the shadow of ArieForce One. As for the other ride, I haven't seen anything yet, but as soon as the park announces it or I stumble upon it in person, I will be sure to drop it in here. Thank you all for watching. That was the 15th of many ArieForce One construction updates to come. If you don't want to miss out on more construction updates like this, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, as many more of these will be coming out leading up to the opening of the ride. If you haven't already, then also be sure to follow Georgia Coaster Connection over on Instagram, your home for all things ArieForce One. If you're feeling inclined, then you can follow me as well at Dr_Coaster. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.